only chapter which deals with the union executive, union legislature, and union judiciary. Similarly, part 6 is a state. That means the state executive, state legislature, and state judiciary. The relationship between the state and the union, to be specific, the state legislature and parliament, and the state executive and the union executive, is governed through part 11 of the Constitution of India, which is about legislative and administrative relationship between the union executive and the state executive and the parliament and the state legislature, because they have been given their own area of functionality in which they function, states and union. So, for example, in Article 245, we have the territorial extent, that the laws of the parliament shall extend to the whole of the India or part of the India. Similarly, state legislatures are restricted to make laws only for their own territory. 246 pans out the list on which the only parliament can make law, on a list on which only state can make law. That means through the exclusion of parliament. The state can make laws in list 2, and to the exclusion of state, the parliament can make laws on the list 1, as specified under the Schedule 7 of the Constitution of India. Thereafter, you have concurrent list. In addition to that, we have a provision in the form of Article 270, which was even used in this case also. That means during the proclamation of emergency, the power of parliament gets extended to lawmaking to the whole of India on the subject matters of state list. So this is and then the administrative relation is in 256, where it says that the state shall perform their executive functions as an obligation to the laws made by the parliament. So state executives cannot override through their executive action the legislature laws made by the parliament. The executive power of the state is given under Article 162, and the executive power of the Constitution is given under Article 73. And Article 73 says that the executive power of the union extends to all the subject matter on which it can make laws. Similarly, 162 says that the state power of the executive power of the state extends to all the subject matters on which a state can make laws. This is a federal relationship in nutshell. That means how the state and the union would interact with each other as far as the legislative and administrative relationship is concerned. The judicial relationship is not part of this federal relationship, because judicial relationship is federalism. If we want to call it a federalism at all, it is a different ball game altogether. So when we say federal relationship, I am not very fan of the word federal, but that is for some other class. So when we say federal relationship, we basically talk about the relationship between the state and the union in the domain of legislature or in the domain of executive. Having said that, so this is the relationship. When it came to Jammu and Kashmir, part 11 didn't play out. So, for example, Article 245 says that Parliament's law would be applicable to the whole of India, but that's not true, because Article 370 made a special provision with respect to the Jammu and Kashmir that the federal relationship between the state union of India and the state of Jammu and Kashmir would not be governed by Part 21, but by the scheme given under Part if I'm not mistaken, Part 21. Part 21 is the special and the transitional aspect of the constitutional governance. So Part 21 would be the governing factor, and not governing factor vis-a-vis the relationship between the union and the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Whereas for rest of the state, it is the Part 11, which would be the governing provision. So, for example, laws of repugnancy, other laws would not be applicable to the Jammu and Kashmir. That means parliamentary law would prevail over the state laws, so on and so forth. All these laws, all these schemes of the law would not be prevailing or would not be applicable to the territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Therefore, it stood the question: how do we create a relationship between the union and the state legislature? When you say integration of of a country, what does it mean? So that was left to Article 370. Article 370 was a constitution unto itself. It gave the power to president to determine the nature and extent of the relationship. I'm emphasizing on the word relationship between the union, be it union parliament or be it union executive, vis-a-vis the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Why was it done so? I will come to that later if there will be enough time, or maybe we can have this in the part of the question if the students would like to ask me a question. So the 370 was part of part 21 of the Constitution of India. Please correct me if that is not true. So part 21 of the Constitution of India provided for the special and transitionary and other provisions. And temporary, which was the main bone of contention in this whole exercise of the legitimacy of the Act of CO272. That whether the power was exercised in a right way. So Article 370 provided for the scheme. That means how it will be done. There were 3 layers of federalism in Article 372. The first was a weak federalism. I can show you in the. Can I share the what you call my slides? Can you see?
We can see it now, sir. We can see it now.
Yes. Okay, but I can't see, so I don't know how to operate. So, is it
Aditya,
visible?
can you help, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Can you present the slide at the moment?
I had already presented. I will again do it. Okay. So I go to share.